Have you ever wondered why words like hablando, escribiendo, or aprendiendo in Spanish aren't always used exactly like their English ing counterparts? And what the heck is the gerund and what is it used for? If you've ever been confused by these language quirks, this video is here to help. Plus, we'll see how the gerund works in everyday situations because, as usual, I've created a story to put everything in context. Hello everyone and welcome back to Fluency Rocks, the channel where we reveal the tricks to learning languages. I'm Carolina, your friend on this adventure to becoming a Spanish pro. Whether you are a beginner in Spanish or already have some experience, this channel is here to make mastering this interesting language easier for you. So, without further ado, let's uncover the secrets of the gerund together. First of all, let's clarify what the gerund is. In Spanish, a gerund is a verbal form that ends in ando or yendo and is equivalent to the English ing form of a verb. Gerunds are usually used to indicate ongoing or continuous actions, basically an action that is in progress at the moment of speech and that has a temporal validity. When we use the gerund, we are thinking about something that is unfinished or incomplete. However, we also use it to express simultaneous actions or to indicate the progressive aspect of a verb. The gerund is often used in conjunction with the verb estar to show ongoing actions, much like the English construction to be plus ing. For example, estoy hablando por teléfono. I'm talking on the phone. Ella está comiendo pizza. She's eating pizza. How do we form the gerund? In Spanish, to form a gerund, we usually take the infinitive form of the verb and change are verbs to ando and and ir verbs to yendo. Here are some examples. Hablar to speak, hablando, speaking. Aprender to learn, aprendiendo, learning. Escribir to write, escribiendo, writing. Let's illustrate this. In the first column, we can see the endings, the infinitive and the gerund. So are becomes ando, becomes yendo, and ir also becomes yendo. In the second column, we have the examples. Hablar, hablando, aprender, aprendiendo, and escribir, escribiendo. Now, let's talk about conjugation. The verbal periphrasis estar plus gerund is formed with the verb estar conjugated and a second verb in gerund. Yo estoy hablando, tú estás aprendiendo, usted, ella, él está viviendo, nosotros, nosotras estamos hablando, vosotras, vosotros estáis aprendiendo, ustedes, ellos, ellas están viviendo. But wait, there are exceptions. For example, those verbs that change the vowel of the root in the present, e to i or ie to ue, also change it in the gerund. Pay attention to the following examples. Decir diciendo, divertir divirtiendo, dormir durmiendo, morir muriendo, pedir pidiendo, poder pudiendo, preferir prefiriendo, servir sirviendo. Now, if the root ends in a vowel, you use yendo instead of yendo to make the gerund. For example, ir becomes yendo, ir, yendo. Here are some examples. Construir, construyendo, to build, building. Ir, yendo, to go, going. Leer, leyendo, to read, reading. Oír, oyendo, to hear, hearing. Traer, trayendo, to bring, bringing. Now, there's something important you need to know. If you are not subscribed to my channel with all notifications on, you may miss my new videos. So, to keep getting more content like this, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Okay, let's talk about the gerund and different tenses. The formula estar plus gerund isn't limited to the present tense. You can use it in the same way for actions happening in the past or future. To do that, you just need to match the verb tense. For example, yo he estado viendo muchas películas. I have been watching a lot of movies. Perfect pretérito. Yo estaba viendo muchas películas. I was watching a lot of movies. Imperfect pretérito. Yo estuve viendo muchas películas. I was watching a lot of movies. Indefinite pretérito. Yo estaré viendo muchas películas. I will be watching a lot of movies. Simple future. The combination estar plus gerund is used in Spanish to express that an action is happening at the moment of speech. Examples: Catalina está filmando un video. Catalina is filming a video. Gustavo y Valentina están mirando las olas del mar. Gustavo and Valentina are looking at the waves of the sea. Estar plus gerund is also used to express actions that occur repeatedly. Examples: Todo el día estamos mirando nuestros teléfonos. All day long we are looking at our phones. Karen siempre está diciendo mentiras. Karen is always telling lies. Alberto y Carlos están peleando siempre. Alberto and Carlos are always fighting. Usted todo el tiempo está trabajando. Necesita unas vacaciones. You are working all the time. You need a vacation. The formula estar plus gerund is used to describe an action that is going on during a certain period of time. In other words, sometimes the action doesn't happen at the time of speaking. Let's see some examples. Lina quiere trabajar en Italia, por eso está aprendiendo italiano. Lina wants to work in Italy, so she's learning Italian, but perhaps she isn't learning Italian at the time of speaking. Unos amigos míos están construyendo su propia casa, esperan terminarla el próximo verano. Some friends of mine are building their own house, they hope to finish it next summer. Estos días estoy viendo una serie de televisión muy interesante. These days I'm watching a very interesting television series. The gerund can be used with time expressions such as hoy, today, esta semana, this week, este año, this year, etc. Basically, periods around now. Let's illustrate this. A la empresa para la que trabajo no le está yendo bien este año. The company I work for isn't doing well this year. A. Hoy estás trabajando muy duro. B. Sí, tengo mucho que hacer. A. You are working very hard today. B. Yes, I have a lot to do. We use the gerund in Spanish when we talk about changes happening around now or trends, especially with these verbs: cambiar to change, volverse to become, aumentar to increase, ascender to ascend, caer to fall, crecer to grow, mejorar to improve, comenzar to begin, empezar to start. Examples: ¿Tu inglés está mejorando? Is your English getting better? La población del mundo está aumentando muy rápido. The population of the world is increasing very fast. Al principio no me gustaba mi trabajo, pero ahora me está empezando a gustar. At first, I didn't like my job, but I'm beginning to like it now. Cada vez más personas están volviéndose veganas. More and more people are becoming vegan. Now, let's analyze some interesting sentences. Aprendiendo español soy feliz. I'm happy when I'm learning Spanish. Jugando el tiempo pasa volando. When I'm playing, time flies. Leyendo aprendo muchas cosas nuevas. When I'm reading, I learn many new things. As you can see, the translations of these sentences are not literal, and all of them include the word when, although some alternative translations are also possible. That happens because even though we don't have the combination estar plus gerund in our minds, we are still thinking about ongoing actions. Let's take the first sentence. Aprendiendo español soy feliz. I'm happy when I'm learning Spanish. What we mean here is that whenever we are learning Spanish, we feel happiness. Learning Spanish makes us happy. Now, let's talk about the gerund of cause. Pay attention to the following sentences. Aprendí español hablando con mis amigos latinoamericanos. I learned Spanish by talking to my Latin American friends. Me convertí en un experto en informática navegando por internet. I became a computer expert by browsing the internet. Bajé de peso corriendo todos los días. I lost weight by running every day. In the previous sentences, you can see a construction called gerundio de causa, gerund of cause, and it's used to indicate the means or method by which an action is accomplished. For example, in the sentence, aprendí español hablando con mis amigos latinoamericanos, the gerund hablando serves this purpose by indicating that the action of learning Spanish was achieved by means of talking to Latin American friends. The equivalent construction in English uses by plus gerund. However, in Spanish, there's no by. We don't use any preposition before the gerund in this case. Let's speak about now the gerund with simultaneous actions. In Spanish, the gerund is often used to express actions that are happening simultaneously or at the same time as another action. This usage of the gerund is particularly common when describing someone's state or emotions as they perform an action. Let's see a few examples. Mario vino cantando. Mario came singing. Natalia se fue llorando. Natalia left crying. Jorge se despertó pensando en su trabajo. Jorge woke up thinking about his job. Ricardo cocina escuchando música. Ricardo cooks listening to music. In Spanish, if we need to insert another verb after the verbs continuar and seguir, we use the gerund. We use this construction continuar plus gerund or seguir plus gerund when we want to indicate that we continue doing something. For example, Carlos sigue viviendo en el mismo barrio. Carlos still lives in the same neighborhood. Elena continúa estudiando inglés. Elena continues studying English. Seguimos buscando un buen colegio para los niños. We are still looking for a good school for the children. ¿Por qué continúas cometiendo los mismos errores? Why do you keep making the same mistakes? In Spanish, we can use the combination terminar plus gerund or acabar plus gerund to mean to wind up or to end up doing something. Let's see some examples. Terminé haciendo las tareas de José. I ended up doing José's homework. Acabamos cenando en un restaurante mexicano. We winded up having dinner in a Mexican restaurant. Terminamos comprando un carro de segunda mano. We winded up buying a second-hand car. In both English and Spanish, the present progressive is used to talk about what a subject is doing right now. However, it is also possible to use the simple present to talk about actions in progress in Spanish. For example, ¿qué haces? What are you doing? Or what are you making? Present simple. ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? Or what are you making? Present progressive. To answer these questions, us native speakers usually use the present progressive, also known as the gerund. But there are times when we can also use the simple present tense. For example, A. ¿Qué haces? B. Estoy preparando la cena. Or A. ¿Qué haces? B. Preparo la cena. But, as I said before, the first option is most common for us, at least in my culture. Ready to have some fun? I should hope you are, because it's story time and now you'll witness the gerund in action with real-life examples. Let's jump right into the story. Un domingo en familia. El clima estaba cambiando ya que se acercaba el invierno. Sin embargo, era domingo y estábamos todos en familia. La casa estaba llena de alegría y risas. Estábamos listos para disfrutar de un día especial juntos. Mi primo llegó cantando, animado como siempre, mientras saludaba a todos con entusiasmo. Mientras mi papá estaba preparando los pasabocas en la cocina, mi hermana estaba sirviendo los refrescos. Todos estábamos emocionados por la comida casera y en ese momento mi papá nos dijo: ¿saben qué? Aprendí a cocinar viendo videos en YouTube. Todos lo felicitamos porque él prepara cosas realmente deliciosas. Entonces mi tía nos vio a todos reunidos en la sala y nos preguntó: ¿qué están haciendo? Y mi primo le respondió: estoy viendo películas. Estos días estoy viendo una serie de terror buenísima. Todos nos reímos mientras él continuaba mirando su tablet. De hecho, mi primo todo el día está usando o su tablet o su teléfono. Luego mi tía le pregunta a mi mamá: ¿y tú qué haces? Estoy escribiéndole un mensaje a mi amiga, pues mañana temprano estaremos empezando nuestra nueva rutina de ejercicios, ya que no hemos estado yendo al gimnasio últimamente. ¿Van a ir al gimnasio de nuevo? No, vamos a entrenar aquí en la casa, pues queremos hacer ejercicio escuchando la música que nos gusta y no la música del gimnasio. Ahí mi abuelo intervino cambiando el tema y nos dijo: ayer estuve leyendo el nuevo libro de mi autor favorito, es muy interesante. Así continuamos conversando mientras disfrutábamos de los refrescos que mi abuela estaba trayendo. Entonces mi prima nos dijo: me está yendo muy bien en la universidad. Y mi tío comentó: sí, le va muy bien, pero lamentablemente no está durmiendo mucho. Mi hermano pequeño estaba jugando en su computador y mi mamá comentó: todo el día está jugando, no descansa. Entonces yo dije: a pesar de las diferencias en nuestras actividades, pasando tiempo con ustedes soy muy feliz. Todos me sonrieron con cariño. Sin darnos cuenta, terminamos invitando a 10 personas más a nuestra reunión familiar, haciendo que el domingo fuera aún más especial e interesante. Y así transcurrió el día y todos seguimos disfrutando de la comida y compartiendo historias y risas. So, there you go, a story to see the gerund in Spanish in context. Don't forget, the more you practice, the better you become. So, pick up your Spanish materials and start using the gerund in your sentences. You'll sound smoother and more like a native speaker in no time. Now, here's a key thing you should remember. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and turned all notifications on, you might miss my new videos and you wouldn't like that, would you? So, to keep getting more content like this, please like this video, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. I really want to learn from you. Before I go, I have a question for you. Did you know that the present simple in Spanish goes way beyond everyday actions? To give you a clue, it can even be used to express past events. So, if you want to learn more about this tense, I bet you will really enjoy watching my video titled Present Simple in Spanish Beyond Everyday Actions. It's a great choice if you want to learn the multiple uses of this tense and see everything in context. Click here to watch this awesome video and keep rocking your language learning goals.